We're not racist at all. We love every one of you.
The Nazi group ruined it.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are reacting to something big that's been trending across Australia, and honestly, it's shaking headlines worldwide. Talking about the massive anti-migration protest called the March for Australia. Thousands of people came out to the street, and the scenes, well, they have sparked debates, clashes, and even police intervention. So let's break it down. What happened, why people are marching, and most importantly, what it all really means for Australia. On August 31st, protests erupted across all major cities: Sydney, Melbourne, Adelaide, Brisbane, Perth, you name it. Estimate says more than 50,000 people took part across the country. In Adelaide, around 15,000 people gathered at Randall Park. That rally turned chaotic after someone held up a placard with the image of a fugitive, sparking outrage and arrest. In Melbourne, things got heated. Clashes broke out between anti-migration protesters and pro-Palestinian counter-demonstrators. Police had to step in with pepper spray and even baton rounds. And in Sydney, police rolled out heavy presence, over 800 officers to manage crowds.
We're not racist at all. We love every one of you.
So, right away we see two sides. One demanding limits on migration, the other pushing back against what they call hate and racism. Now, the protesters say this isn't about hate. They urge it's about housing shortages, jobs, and pressure on infrastructure. And to be fair, Australia has been going through housing stress and economic concern. So I get where that frustration comes from.
Hey, just said to Alan, why don't you think it's good? Don't put your hands on me. Don't put your hands on me. Yeah, you don't have the right. I'm at a safe distance. You don't have to put your hands on me. Hey, just said to Alan, why don't Australians have the right to protest?
And it's not just random people showing up. Far-right groups, including neo-Nazis, were openly present. Thomas Sewell, the leader of the National Socialite Network, literally confronted Victoria's Premium, Jacinta Ardern, shouting extremist slogan during a press event. Days later, he and his associate were arrested and assaulting an Indigenous protest camp in Melbourne. This shows how extremist movements are using mainstream grievances like housing or immigration to push dangerous ideologies. Regular people come out thinking they are protesting about rent, but suddenly they are standing next to premises waving Nazi salutes. And that's alarming. But let's not forget, the protests didn't go unchallenged. Across Sydney and Melbourne, thousands joined counter-protests. Refugee groups, human rights activists, and everyday Australians came out to say, this is not who we are.
These are welcome here, no hate.
People waved signs that read, refugees are welcome and unity in diversity. Some compared the anti-migration rallies to echoes of the old white Australia policy. And you know what? They've got a point. The fear-based rhetoric we are seeing today feels like history trying to repeat itself. The government didn't hold back. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese condemned the protests, saying they weren't about solution but about spreading division. Multicultural Affairs Minister Anne Ali went further. She called out the racism directly. And here is the fact check. Protesters kept shouting that migration is at record highs, but official search showed that migration actually fell by 37% compared to the peak in 2022-2023. So the claim of mass uncontrolled immigration is just not backed by the numbers. This is why experts warn, Be careful about who you are listening to because fear can spread faster than facts. So here is my take. Look, it's okay to be concerned about housing. It's okay to talk about jobs and infrastructure. Those are real issues. But blaming immigrants, especially in targeting communities like Indians, it's not only wrong, it's dangerous. Migrants don't cause housing shortages. Policy failures and market forces do. Migrants actually help drive the economy, fill skill gaps, and enrich culture. Australia's story itself is built on migration. When we let extremists hijack these debates, we are not solving problems, we are making them worse. And honestly, it's sad to see ordinary people marching alongside groups that openly embrace neo-Nazi ideologies. At the end of the day, Australia is at a crossroad. Do we let fear dictate the future, or do we hold on to unity, diversity, and facts? I'd love to hear what you think. Do you see these protests as legitimate frustrations or as a dangerous step backwards? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you want more breakdowns like this. Thank you for watching. Stay informed, stay critical, and I'll catch you in the next video.
Yeah.